Growing Stronger Together is a podcast developed by faculty at East Tennessee State University for people who care about children and families. We appreciate support provided from the podcast from Ballard Health's Department of Population Health and Tennessee Department of Health's Maternal Mortality Prevention Program. Our Moms on Monday series features topics important for the health and well-being of mothers, including expectant moms. Today, we are continuing our series on Strong ACC organizational partners. I am host Dr. Karen Skatzina and am thrilled to welcome our guest today, Heather Watson. Heather, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm happy to be here.
We are glad you are here. Heather Watson is Vice President of Education and Exhibits at Hands-On Discovery Center in Gray, Tennessee. She has served with Hands-On Discovery Center, a regional all-ages science center, over the past 17 years. Heather holds a Bachelor of Science in Education from East Tennessee State University, yay, ETSU, and she has nearly 3 decades of experience in business management. Heather has also been featured in the Meet Me in Tennessee podcast, so she is no stranger to podcasts. Because she is a recipient of the Strong Accountable Care Community, or Strong ACC's Individual Resilience Award. Heather also co-authored a publication for the Association of Science and Technology Centers Dimensions online journal titled A Science Center as a Connector, 8 Tips to Start Your Own Collaboration with Higher Education. We do not have any conflicts of interest to disclose, but I will disclose that we have actually known each other for quite a while.
We have.
My own kids.
Small world.
Were frequent visitors to Hands-On Museum
Yes.
and the Hands-On Summer Camp.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to talking with you today. Heather, to start, could you share a little bit more about your current roles at Hands-On and also about your career path?
Sure. So my current role as Vice President of Education and Exhibits is actually a pretty multifaceted role. It's a long title and it holds a lot of responsibility, which I hold near and dear to my heart. A big piece of what I do is ensuring that everything within the museum is educational as well as fun, whether that is programs, exhibits, community engagement, whatever that might be. Everything you experience, I get to touch in some way, which is really fun and really valuable. I've enjoyed my time in this role for a little over 6 years now, almost 7 years, and have really seen the museum transition and grow since we've moved out to Gray. My role within the museum, I've had many roles. I actually started as a floor docent 17 and a half years ago, and really fell in love with chatting with people on the floor, sharing my passion for education, and eventually grew into larger roles such as education manager. And then when we were about to move, finally transitioned into that vice president role. Every single role that I've had has had some kind of significance that was kind of new to that role. So new initiatives, new programs, new events, whatever that might be. So I've really been able to not only see many iterations of the museum, but really help grow the impact and grow the visitation as well. So it's been really lovely to have a journey and be internal and see different paths, and also be able to reflect on that with our current staff. You know, I've served in that role before. I can help support you in a way that maybe others could not. So I really love to give back to our staff as well with that knowledge, because not everybody has that. But it's been a fun ride, and I'm looking forward to 17 more years, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so. And that is a real advantage, that you have perspective from so many different roles in the museum and over that time course. That's amazing. So tell us, for those who might not be familiar with Hands-On, what is the Hands-On Museum, and what does the museum address in our region in particular in terms of needs?
Right. So many folks know Hands On as former Hands On, which was Hands On Regional Museum. We were located in downtown Johnson City a little over 30 years and identified as an early childhood children's museum. In 2018, we grew up a little bit and moved out to Gray, to a new site in partnership with Gray Fossil Site. And we re-identified as an all-ages science center rather than a children's museum. And really what we wanted to do was not only upgrade the exhibits and the programs, but really provide an experience that everyone in the family could enjoy. It wasn't just watching your kids play or your kids learn. You, in fact, were doing the same thing as well, and building that sense of community as well. So we have continued to partner with the Gray Fossil Site to really expand our content. So we have fossil exhibits. We have a beautiful pollinator garden outside of our space. We even have a Tesla coil, which is really cool if you have never seen it. It's an electricity show that plays music. So we have all these great experiences now for adults as well. So anyone can come in the door. We kind of say 2 to 92. We've got something for everyone of every age, every background, every ability, which I think is really special to transition into kind of this new all ages scene. A few of the things we do. So we're kind of at this interesting intersection of attraction as well as educational space, as well as a community hub. So there's a lot of different things we dabble in, but at the heart of that is that community piece, building a sense of community with families, with schools, with partners. And we do a lot of different things. So we do everything from early workforce development to social gatherings to, like you mentioned earlier, our fabulous summer camps. So we really have a unique approach to things where we want to have something for everyone every day they come in the door, but then also have those special events and gatherings that somebody can come to no matter what their interest might be. So a lot of cool things going on right now.
There really are. And I love that you highlighted that you've got stuff for grown-ups too. You've got stuff for parents and caregivers who might be bringing their kids to the museum.
Yes.
And in my experience, I totally agree. Just to clarify, from your perspective, though, who should visit the museum? I will share that I had the opportunity to come recently and bring my younger cousins as well as my kids and my mom too. And we all found something to enjoy there. But
Wonderful.
tell us, who should visit the museum? And then could you tell us a little bit more about what to expect when they arrive?
Sure. That's a loaded question. So, so who should visit the museum? I think everyone is certainly welcome. We encourage everyone. I think families are certainly kind of at the heart of the bulk of what we see as far as visitors. We have families that come in with 1 and 2 year olds. We have families that come in with early childhood to all the way through middle school. There is certainly something for everyone in that family. It does really create an opportunity to put your phone down and reconnect with your family. But also seniors tend to love to come to our site. There's really kind of time to slow down, read and learn a lot about the fossils and the garden and things of that nature. So, really, truly everyone, but I do think families are definitely kind of our key demographic right now. So, what to expect?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot when you first come in the door. As soon as you walk in, you're going to be, first of all, welcomed and shared with all of the different things that you can do while you're on site, whether that is just a general visit for the day, whether you want to go on an extended behind the scenes paleontology tour and see the fossils and the dig site. If you want to do a Tesla show as an add-on and see this electricity coil light up, whatever that might be, we kind of talk you and walk you through all of that. And then we've got 2 main buildings to explore. We've got 2 levels to our primary building and 1 level to our secondary building, as well as this huge pollinator garden and outdoor kind of recreation space as well. So The main building hosts the fossil exhibits as well. So you can see some collections from early on when the fossil site was discovered, as well as some collections from Saltville, Virginia, which is just about an hour and a half away. And then there is also a preparatory lab where you can truly see the scientists cleaning off fossils in real time, which is super fascinating and what a treasure to have in our backyard.
It really is.
And then we've got a collections room where you can see where all of the fossils are stored as well. And there's a lot of great detail that goes into that and a lot of care. And then also in that main building, we have a lot of the quote unquote hands-on exhibits that are more family friendly, that are really inquiry driven, open-ended, that you can kind of explore on your own terms, in your own way. Very, very driven by using your hands and having fun. And then in our secondary building, again, we've got some more of those inquiry, open-ended, hands-on exhibits, including giant Legos and Kiva planks and even an interactive virtual environment as well. But everything in both of our spaces, it's all driven by education and STEM and community building and connectivity. And you'll come in and you'll have a blast, and you'll probably have to drag your children out, which is maybe not a good thing for the parents, but it's a good thing for
But they don't realize how much they're learning.
Yes.
Because it's fun.
It is
like
fun.
you said.
Yes.
And
Yes.
but what a wonderful opportunity for families to interact, and you have so many engaging experiences, and that's so important for the young developing brain
Sure.
to have those interactive opportunities.
Yes.
It's just very
You're never too old or too
Right.
young to learn. And really, if you develop those connections and that interest in learning the sciences and STEM and exploring with your hands early, you can just build upon that as your kids get older. And so it's really lovely to watch those families kind of grow with us and see that development. Mhm.
Exactly. Well, I recall that when our kids were little, my family had a membership
Yes.
to Hands-On when it was at the downtown location. Tell us, are memberships available now to Hands-On? And if so, how can people become members, and what are some of the benefits?
Sure. So we have several membership options. Memberships are a great way to kind of utilize the museum throughout the year. Basically, 2.5 visits pay off your membership. So if you're going to come 2 to 3 times a year, it's well worth it. We have individual memberships, we have partner memberships, and then you can add on as many children as you would like.
Oh, perfect.
So we used to do a family style membership, and we found that some families were overpaying because they didn't have that many children. So we kind of parceled it out a little bit to simplify it. But folks can come to our front desk to purchase a membership. They can actually apply their tickets from that day towards their membership. So if they come in, fingers crossed, have a blast, they can come back to the desk and show their receipt to apply that towards the purchase for the day. You can also go online and purchase a membership, and you can even gift a membership. So it's a great gift
Nice.
for birthdays.
Ooh,
for
that's a great idea.
holidays, experiences rather than things.
Yeah, yes.
So,
And I
yes.
think the membership is nice because it really gives you the opportunity to go as often as you want.
Absolutely.
And I remember, especially maybe when it wasn't so nice outside or cold weather, we sometimes went every week. And, you know, we could do that because we were members.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful.
Yeah. And you can come to events for a discounted rate.
Yeah.
You get a discount in our gift shop. You get one free paleontology tour and one
Oh,
free
wow.
Tesla show each year with your membership. And then you also can go outside of our museum as part of the Association in Science and Technology Centers. We have a reciprocal passport program with them where there's museums and science centers literally across the globe
Sure.
that you can visit either for free or for a very discounted rate as part of your membership with us. So it really, the benefits far outweigh the cost. And like you said, you can come pretty much almost 365 days a year for that one payment.
Yes.
So it's really got a lot of perks.
Well, that's fantastic. So, as I mentioned, this podcast is part of a series that we're doing on strong ACC partner organizations. How is hands-on working with other strong ACC partner organizations to serve children and families in our region?
hmm It was such a pleasure to be invited to be a part of that group. Mark and Brittany there at Strong ACC invited us several years ago, kind of early on in the conversation when they were just ramping up partners. And I think it was a little bit of a foggy idea at that time where they didn't really know quite where they were going. And it's been wonderful to see that program and initiative grow. There's so many wonderful partners within Strong ACC. And we've been able to partner with a lot of them as more of a holistic approach to families and engaging with folks. I think a lot of people think, oh, the museum is just for fun, but we have a lot of field trips that there's a lot of need. That might be basic necessities not being met. That might be mental health. That might be a variety of things. So we've been able to partner with these organizations and really build up resources and support for our staff to better serve our visitors as well. And then we've also just had general partnerships where we share what each other's doing.
Right.
And I think that really leverages each other's expertise,
Exactly.
passions, to make this region better. And I think at the heart of what we do and what Strong ACC does is we want the education, the mental health, the physical health, all of that care to really be encompassing everybody's experience in life and make the region a better place. Because if the region's a better place, we're all doing better,
Right.
and we can all be a little more successful and happy in what's going on. So it's been really great to kind of continue to grow those connectivity and partnership opportunities, going to a lot of the summits and conferences they have. We send different staff each time because they're all getting to know different people and really establish different ideas and different connections. And there was actually just a summit for Northeast Tennessee a couple weeks ago over at Summit Leadership. And so it's great to just have that opportunity to say, what's going on in your world? How can we support you? How can we work together to make everybody have a better place to live? So,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's been a really helpful community
Yes.
for professionals and
Yes.
people serving children and families, and just identifying ways we can work together and what are the needs, what are the resources, because we have so many wonderful resources and opportunities in our region.
We do.
And
We
it
do.
just helps get those out to the people who need them.
Yes,
So,
yes, and raise awareness because not everybody knows
Exactly.
those things exist.
That's right.
So if we can help spread the word,
exactly.
that we're doing our part.
Speaking of raising awareness, what do you want to make sure that people listening today take away from today's podcast?
Wow. So I think there's a few things that I would love folks to take away. A is that we're a place for everyone. We have something for everyone. We want to welcome everyone, whether you're coming to us or we can come to you with outreach programs as well. We go out into the community and serve at schools and libraries and things of that nature. So we can really help support others with whether it's an enrichment for a senior center or it's enriching curriculum at a school. We can really help fill that gap for folks. I think the second thing is that we're educational and we're here to support families and support development and really help drive that initiative, whether that's summer camps, whether that's the outreach programs and field trips, whether it's workforce development. We have a series of camps and outreaches that are focused on the trade sector and really helping build up that workforce for this region. So I think education is such a hard place to navigate because there's so many trends that come and go.
Sure.
But we want to make sure that no matter what trends are coming and going, that we can fill that need and serve in that way and truly make everything we do connected to curriculum and connected to development and really help make that impact. And then I think lastly is that we really want to connect with people. The more people we know, the better. We want to have new partners. We want to have new collaborators. We just love that connectivity. And so if folks have an idea, let us know. We want to know those ideas because sometimes those are the next path that we really need. And so we would love to hear that. And we're kind of in a new planning phase right now. So getting ready to phase out some next steps for hands-on in the next 5 to 10 years. So we'd love for folks to be a part
Exciting
of that
times.
conversation.
Well, we will be sure to include the website and
Wonderful. Thank
any
you.
other contact information you'd like to share in the show notes for today's episode,
Perfect.
so everyone can access those. Thank you again for all that you are doing
you so
at
much.
Hands On and for our region. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, I think just come by and visit and say hello and give us a try. I hope you enjoy it. And again, reach out if we'd love to hear from you.
And it will be a fun visit.
It will be a very fun visit. And if I am there, I will make sure of it.
Well, thank you again
Thank
for
you so
talking
much
with
for
me
having me today. Yes.